Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to review the suspect list for Scream 6. And not only review it, I will also share the official MGM Vegas odds for who could be a killer in the movie. And you can see if your suspect list lines up with the odds makers. Plus, I will also share the newest poster for the film and how it compares to another recent movie poster with Scream connections, and how we may have been given a big clue about the direction Scream 6 will be taking. So break out your suspect board and your markers, because it's time to line them up. Let's go! Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what BetMGM tweeted out today as the official odds for who will be a killer in Scream 6. So as you can see here, we have the list and of names and the odds by each name. And I know it's not that easy to follow when you're looking at it like this, because it's not really in the order from least to most, as it would be a lot easier to read it that way. But these, nonetheless, here are the official numbers. Who's a favorite, who is an underdog to actually be the killer or be a killer, Ghostface in the film. Now, to make this a little bit easier, because I know that a lot of these names we're not familiar with very much yet. We haven't seen the movie. We don't know the characters yet. So some of these names we see, like Laura and Quinn and Danny and Annika, and they're not familiar names to us just yet. So to make it more simple, here is the suspect board with character names and pictures that they also released. The Scream did officially. So here we go. So now we at least have the faces to go with the names of these characters as we're learning their names and learning these characters in Scream 6. Now, after reviewing the odds sheet that I just showed you, I decided to update this suspect board with the rankings of every character so that it's really easy to identify the character rankings from least likely to most likely for the 13 cast members that are here. Now, you did hear me right. I said 13, not 14. It should be 14, but they left one character off of the list, which is Henry Czerny, Dr. Stone in Scream 6. So the odds are not here for him. So I'm leaving him off as well. I will go ahead and play by their rules. It's their list. So we'll follow their list. But just keep in mind, there is another character that is very much suspect for me, which is Henry Czerny. Excuse me. All right. Now, I also want to call back to one other thing. Remember this. They did the same thing last year with Scream 5. They had everyone on character posters except for Vince. Vince never got a poster. Now, he wasn't a killer. He was actually the very first victim of it. Tara was the first attack, but he was the first death by Ghostface in Scream 5. So anyway, just an interesting comparison there. It's very intriguing, and we'll see at the end of the day if it meant anything or not, or if it ends up being very meaningful once we see the movie. Alrighty, so for the remaining 13 suspects that are here are the rankings I put together. Again, these are the Vegas odds. I just assigned a number to them. So what you can see here is every single character and what the Vegas odds are of them being a killer. It's from number 1 being the most likely to 13 being the least likely. So in this case, you see number 1 they have ranked as Tony Revolori's character, Jason, and the least likely of Vegas odds of being a Ghostface killer is Gail, coming in dead last at 13, which is actually makes a lot of sense. That's where I would put her as well in this list. But the one that's very intriguing to me, guys, on this list is number 2. Look at Kirby on the second row. She is the number 2 Vegas odds most likely to be a Ghostface killer. And followed by, right after her, is Sam at number 3, currently holding 3rd place to be a Ghostface killer in 6. So you got Tony, which is Jason, Kirby, and Sam are the top 3. Followed up, to the top 5 follows up with Danny, who's Josh Segarra's character, coming in at number 4. And then Ethan, who is played by Jack Champion, coming in at 5. That's your top 5 highest ranked Vegas odds to be a Ghostface killer in the movie. And I've had my radar on Danny and Ethan for quite a while. I still do. And, we'll see as these TV spots continue to come out and get dropped. If anything, new information comes out that may change that decision for me. But Jack seems really, or Ethan, I should say, seems really sketchy from what we've seen. And again, I know there's a lot we haven't seen, so we'll wait and see. But he's definitely seems suspect on the images that we've seen of him. He's kind of just lurking around. He's hanging around, just kind of there in the background, kind of like in plain sight. So I could see that. And Danny, I definitely think Danny could be it. He's got the physical build to do what Ghostface has to do. And, I just have a hunch that it could definitely be him as one of them as well. But I'll wait and give my predictions later. This is just the Vegas odds. Okay, this is the odds makers' predictions. And then after we get out of the top 5, then you start getting into the next tier down, which is we have Detective Bailey, who is of course played by Dermot Mulroney. Dermot Mulroney, and I believe is going to be a red herring. After him, we've got Tara. Tara, that's interesting because Tara comes in at number 7. She is right in the middle of the pack in terms of odds of being a killer. So yeah, keep your eye on that. That's interesting. Number 8 is Samara Weaving, who plays Laura. She comes in at number 8. I totally do not believe Samara is going to be a killer. I think she is. I'm basically at 90% right now that she's going to be the opening kill. I'm sticking with it. I called it whenever she was initially cast. I wavered, and now I'm back to it. I think she is 100% the opening kill. The only clothes we ever see her in are the same outfit, and it's the same setting. I think that's what it's going to be. Never see her anywhere else. So anyway, that's number 8. Number 9 is Quinn. That's Liana Liberado's character. She's coming in as the 9th most likely to be a killer. And then coming in at number 10, at the first spot up top, is Anika, which is Devin Dakota, her character. And then we have finally the last 3, we have 11 is Chad. And 12 is Mindy, which I thought was interesting. I thought she would have been higher because I think Mindy could easily have been a 3rd killer in Scream 5. I'm still not convinced about that whole shoulder wound and passing out thing for a half hour in the house. Just suspect to me, still is. So I thought she would have been a little bit higher up, honestly. But she's not. She's at 12. And so we'll see if Mindy survives the movie. I've been saying for a while that one of the Minx twins is going to go, and I do still think it's going to be Mindy. And then finally, our last place position, Gail Weathers at 13, of course. Again, right where she should be. Dead last in likelihood that she was actually going to be a killer. So guys, those are the rankings from 1 through 13. Again, no Henry Czerny, but we have everyone else ranked. I think that's really awesome. The MGM Grand is doing it again this year, as they did the same thing for 5. And it's just fun. This is the fun stuff for us as fans that we only get to enjoy on the heels of a film coming out, like a new Scream film coming out. And then once this period is over and the movie's out, we've all seen it, then that's it. That's it till the next one comes around, whenever that was going to be. So anyway, guys, that is the list here of the suspects. But before you go, don't click off yet, because I want to show you the newest poster for Scream 6 and a theory that goes with it. So first thing I want to share is this new poster right here, which I think is really cool. It's a Dolby poster. And you notice how it looks here with the red background over the city. And if you're thinking that this has a familiar look to it, you are absolutely correct. This red and black poster nearly mirrors the poster for Kevin Williams' newest slasher, Sick. And here you can see side by side, there is the poster for Scream and Scream 6, and there's the poster for Sick that came out last month. And look how eerily similar they are. They are like almost identical. And so if you have not seen Sick, I encourage you to see it. It's again on Peacock, and you can watch it. It's a lot of fun. It's Kevin Williamson wrote it and produced it. Did a really good job. He co-wrote it, but he still had his hand in the scripting and the dialogue and the story. So, and you know, here's the thing, guys. When it comes to Scream and marketing, we all know there is no such thing as an accident. You know, when it comes to Scream and how it's marketed, everything is so intentional. And I believe that is the case here as well. So definitely go check out Sick, because I believe what we're getting here is this poster being intentionally made in the manner to resemble Sick, to give us a huge clue for Scream 6. That's right. I think that this is intentionally done for the purposes of that, and that there is a big clue in Sick that we can apply to Scream 6. So go watch it, and then theories can begin to come together on what clue you and I could possibly take and share it and apply it to 6 and see if it works. All right. So go check it out. It's interesting. I think there's definitely a connection there. All right, guys, I'll go ahead and end it there. I just wanted to see what you guys think about this. What do you think about the Vegas odds for our suspects? And also, what do you think about the new red poster that very much mirrors the Sick movie poster? I want to know what your thoughts and ideas and theories are on all of these things. Let me know. So start leaving your comments below right now, and we can discuss it together. Well, that's going to be it for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Scream 6 and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.